Hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling. I'm excited to share this product suite with you. It's called North Pole Delivery Suite, and it's playful, happy, fun, and it includes everything here. So the suite for $88 includes everything you see on the page, but you can also get just the bundle or just the paper. And the dies cut out many pages on the designer paper, and I've had this for a little while and I haven't used it because I'm a little bit intimidated by it. I know that when there's shading on the stamp set, that means there's a die to cut it out, which is great. But the paper is, I think it's a little bit busy, maybe not exactly my style. But I decided, well, if it's busy, just use one or two elements, then it won't be busy. On top of all that, there are 2 sheets of pre-cut designs. So many of these designs that are on here that just punch out, they're laser cut, they're die cut, are the same images right here. And I'm like, well, there's animals, they're cute. There's envelopes and packages. There's the house scene, there's post boxes, there's the delivery trucks. These delivery trucks on this paper have a little critter in them, and the ones that are already die cut do not have a critter in them. And it was overwhelming. But I've got a handle on it, and I'll show you everything I figured out today, and hopefully it'll make it easier for you to decide how fun it is and that you love it. Okay. So these are the projects I made, and you could tell that this is the first one where it has the town scenes back behind it. I used a white label just to kind of calm it down so it brings your eye to the little dog carrying the sled with the gifts. Then a little bit on the inside, I used the stamp and pool party, and then a lot of these are die cut pieces. So that is like, okay, I like this card. This is good. The next one was, there's a whole sheet of little vehicles going really fast with cute critters in them, carrying Christmas trees, letters, and packages. And once again, the black and white designer paper with a circle, just any label will do, special delivery, but it's a little bit calmer. It's not as much as everything on the designer paper. And then carrying the town through to the inside, and then a little delivery truck. So this one, I love this one too. And if you have a whole sheet of little zoom in trucks, you can make a whole lot of cards. This one I did last night, and I have to say it might be my favorite. I did not put the label on it. I had it there, but it was just kind of getting in the way. Wouldn't you love to wake up to gifts and cards from the North Pole and peppermints? Personally, I love peppermint. And then on the inside is the dog carrying gifts. And look at this cat dashing through the air with antlers and envelopes. Merry Christmas and happy wishes. So this one I really like. Okay, so let's see, let's get through stuff. So for the label on the back, textured notes, stylish shapes, spotlight on nature for the circle, and tasteful labels, which is an old die, but it's just a different shape option. And of course, jolly delivery. Excuse me, when you look at this, you could see that's the bear with the gifts, that's the raccoon, the dog, and the cat. And then there's that stamp that has all those envelopes and gifts on it. This will perfectly cut it out. Ah, lots of fun. Only 2 ink pads, Memento and Pool Party. And here's the stamp set. So these are all the pieces that get cut out of the die cut sheets. There is mailboxes, little houses like in a village, and they all have the cute little sign on them. speeding truck, little postage stamp. This you could combine and make probably like 5 or 6 cards if you decorate the inside and outside. These, on the other hand, have the animals on them. Look at the dog. I want to use this one today. Or I use this one on the gifts. Right here. But these have all kinds of animals on them. Look at, I want to use this one today, the mouse. Lifting up a big old package. Is that just the cutest? But all of these, and your cards won't be the same, but they'll kind of have the same theme, and you could use the same background paper and the same paper base. Look at the raccoon. Okay, so if you have all those punched out, then let me show you what else I have over here. Because when you look at here, I was overwhelmed. It's a lot. So I want to use these new traditional sparkle sequins. Here is simply the paper pieces. So in this package is the little house scenes. This, I think, could go on the inside of any card, or even if you had just a little bit of it and you had the word label or the label, you put maybe the raccoon on there, have this on one side and that on the other side. Look how much you could do. We're not even going to talk about this other side because that gets me back to being overwhelmed. This is my chosen side, okay? This page has envelopes and gifts. That's how I made that one card that had the pile of envelopes and gifts, which is cutting out pieces from here. And because they're just rectangular or square, it wasn't so bad. The back side, The paper is called North Pole Delivery. Then look at this one. And you know the dies cut out a lot of these. So this page has animals and animals with gifts and envelopes on it. I want to use the bird today, the owl. This page is all animals and gifts and envelopes. This page is the trucks, and these have the people in it. All of the die cut pieces, there are trucks with things in the back, but there's no animal driving it. Okay, and then the designer paper I'm using for the background is it Weekend Adventures. And it's this black sheet, and I think on the back side is kind of, oh yeah, to me that's Halloween or fall. But I love the black and white sheet. Okay, so now that you see, this is all the paper right here, plus this. To me, it's a little bit more manageable. Probably just because I took time to figure out what all do we have going on here. And all of my cards are going to have this black and white and Poppy Parade with a little white layer. All of them are going to have that. Just because if I start venturing into, ooh, pool party, oh, petal pink, oh, real red, I'm going to once again get overwhelmed and just say, I can't do it. Okay. So I got that. So let's start building this card. One more card. So I have one portrait, landscape, and I'll put pictures on my blog. My blog is juliebling.com, and I'll have the paper cut sizes in the video description. Okay, so this one I want it to be portrait. And I'm not going to base it on any of these. I'm going to do it just a little bit different because these are all very different. So I want one different using different, a different sheet of designer paper. So each one of these uses a different designer paper because you know I have to use them all. At least once. Okay, so there's that. This is inside. Here, we'll use the bling in a minute. So for the label, I'm going to use the rectangle. I tried doing this one, textured notes, and it just was a little bit too busy, and I think it was conflicting with the stripes. But I still want to use texture notes on this paper. So let me cut that out. So I have it cut out, and I'm using the Damask embossing folder. Damask. Put that here. And on this one, I have it raised up on dimensionals with the ribbon wrapping around it. I kind of like how that looks. But let's see how it goes once we start assembling. Not last night. Last night I knew what I was doing here. I had a plan, just because I did these other three. But the night before, I was thinking about this product suite, and I don't know why, but I kept waking up thinking, oh my gosh, there's so much. Oh, there's one other thing. There's these dies too. This is next. So when I kept waking up, it was like, there's just so much going on. Oh my gosh, there's so much. The designer paper, what does it cut out? How can I put all that together? It was just, I don't know, kept waking up and thinking about it, not having an answer. Last night, because I had those other ones done, and I was just gonna work on this one, all is good. But this makes a little box. So this is next. I'm gonna do something with this next, using some of the die cut pieces and maybe some of the designer paper, but it's a really cute box. That's next. Okay, so we have this. This is gonna go here. And I wanna use some critters. Some of these. I'm thinking, because these are from the blue polka dot sheet, like a bear, a raccoon. Okay, so you know how we love Baby Warren around here. There is this cartoon. Oops, I dropped a piece. And it's called Trash Truck. And it's low stimulation, and just the people are really nice. I've probably talked about Trash Truck a few times. So all these pieces come from here. And there is a bear, his name is Walter. There's a raccoon, his name is Donnie. And there's a mouse called Miss Mona. So when I look at this one, maybe I've gathered it all because Warren was just watching it. But I love these critters. So these are all, well, I think some of them are die cut. Like this one is die cut. This one is die cut. This one is die cut. The cat with the antlers on the last card is die cut. These are the paws. And the dog. Okay, so I'm going to cut all these out. Here we go. Let's see how they look. So this is going to go here. Look at Walter. I'm going to put a string, like a necklace on Walter. Now, what's the dog word? Oh, look at the crumb cake with it. That's good for animals. Okay, maybe crumb cake. This is his collar. I always say Bo has a necklace. I say, Tony, check Bo's necklace. He's like, what? I said, well, let's see if it's like, because he has on the invisible fence. I'm like, see if the battery's on. Okay, so for his necklace, I'm going to use glue dots. I want it to be going somewhere in 15 minutes. You see where my priorities are? I said to Tony, I said, if I'm running late, call Mama and tell her she's on the way soon. So I'm putting on his necklace. Okay, if this is a a girl bear. It could be a necklace, right? Ooh, that's sticky. And then this could go right up here. Give it a second to dry. Maybe. There. She's decorated. Okay, so if that goes, I'm like, who knew? So, should it be under the white label or not? And then Donnie could sit here. The bear. Oh, it's like they're doing nose kisses. Oh, that's so cute. I didn't know they'd be the same height. And Donnie can be bringing Walter that. Okay, these are for the inside. Look at this cute little mouse. And then for the words, I have the word label cut out. What are these words I set off to the side? Sending merry tidings. That's perfect for these guys. I'm out of room. And that I'll do in Memento. Just because if I did it on white with church or Puppy Parade, it would just be a whole lot to be looking at. A whole lot going on. Okay. There's that. This could go here. How would this look? Is that too busy? I think it's going to be okay. Okay, so I'm going to put these on. How about dimensionals at the top and glue at the bottom? Stay on, Bo. Dimensionals at the top. But see, I know his back feet are going to be hanging off the edge, so I have to kind of think that through. I'll just put glue because it will dry solid. So if it touches, okay, where's Donnie? How much are they hanging off? Just like that. Okay, then Donnie gets dimensionals at the top. You get glue at the bottom. And they're doing the nose kisses thing. Just like that. Okay, and then the gift will be all on dimensionals. Two little ones, one big one. Ooh, that's close. That could go right here. Okay, so this goes here, that goes there. Should this be underneath? I'll put it underneath. Or should it just be around the words? This one I just have it around the bottom. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Oh, it kind of gets lost. Okay, three wraparounds. That gets lost. Okay, back to the other plan. That will need two dimensionals. Okay, and then I don't want the bow to come off. Then to do this ribbon, this linen thread, leave a tail, wrap it around. I'm going to do 3 times just because I don't want it to be invisible. Then, oop, might end up being 2 times. Figure 8. Let's stick it down. Uh-oh, scissors fell. It's too long. That's better. Okay, let's see how that looks. That's better. That's like wilderness grass. Probably trim it a little bit. Okay. Well, that looks good. With the poppy label underneath the linen thread, it kind of accentuates it and brings it out a little bit. Okay, there's that. And this I'll put it on with dimensionals too. So I think each card is getting simpler and simpler. Just because it gets too busy. Okay, so there's the front, and then the sparkle, baby blue implying sky. Small, medium, and large. Yeah, those are kind of like a starry night. Okay, so that's set. Then for the inside, oh, I did something on, I think the last one. Look at the snow. I'm going to do the snow and the little footprints again. So to do the snow, take my pool party pad and just kind of brush it across. And it will be random, but a lot of it will be covered up by the little critter. But I think it looks just like snow. And then the footprints, let's see, he'll be here. Okay, so the footprints can be over here. And then, let's see, sending merry tidings. It looks a little crooked. There, that's better. Hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. That's good. that can go right here. So dimensionals on the wings and glue on the tummy and feet. He's coming in with a gift. Okay. And he'll have to be all dimensional. A little bit of glue where the feet touches the fox back. It's like, hey, owl, I have a gift for you. Okay. So I hope going through all that helped you see all the potential in this cute set. A lot of fun. The suite, it's a whole product suite. Okay, there it is. What do you think? Okay, let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.